should we do one more episode or two?
Oh, well, Michelle, I think let's go for 2 more.
All right, two it is.
All right. We just made a decision at the top of the episode today in a
We
very
did.
natural way.
We did. Oh my gosh. I am so excited for this episode. This is one of those episodes that I got the idea from just hearing it everywhere, everywhere,
Yes.
everywhere. And
Yes.
as soon as I think I'm not going to hear it anymore, then I hear it again. This is such
Yeah.
a common, popular construction that's really fun for English conversations. I even recently just heard I wrote this down so I would remember. We were meeting my future sister-in-law and my brother-in-law for Indian food, and we were texting
Mhm.
back and forth in a group text
Yeah.
and talking about what we would order. And my husband said something about the bread basket, and she said, "Bread basket it is."
Yeah, for sure. And so this is going to add another layer, guys, for you guys, another way to connect.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about here at Dollars English, connection, not perfection, giving you new ways to connect with native
Mhm.
speakers or anyone in English because English is the global language. All right. Okay.
Exactly.
Michelle, let's get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Lindsay, you just did a great interview with Charles Duhigg. So we want to make
Mhm.
sure everyone listens to that because that's on how to be a super communicator. Lindsay, can you tell us about that and what number it
Oh,
is?
yeah, that was episode number 2183. It's fun when you get a chance to interview the authors that you know, kind of mentors that people that you've
Yeah.
sort of read their books in the past and you've used their ideas even 10 years ago. I
Yeah.
read some of his books like 10 years ago and all of a sudden I had a
Wow.
chance to interview him and that was cool. You
That's
guys are going to have to
wonderful.
go and check that out. There is a special kind of person in the world, a super communicator, but guess what? Everyone can become a super communicator.
That's right.
Okay. And in that episode, he shows us how to do it. And what is it that these people do differently than others? So that's all that I'll
Ooh.
say. But definitely go and check
Ah.
out my interview with Charles Duhigg.
Please do. That's excellent. So let's talk about this construction. Let's get into it. It is blank. It is. That's it. That's it. Blank it
Mhm.
is.
Blank it is. Blank it is. And yeah, let's get more into it. So it is blank it is, and then so I hear this a fair amount, Michelle. What about you?
All the time. And again,
Yeah.
especially because I planned the episode, now I'm hearing it more and more. And Lindsay, now you're going to hear it all the time.
Of course, naturally, naturally.
Yes.
Mhm. So
So,
what does it mean?
right. Well, it's basically agreeing to something or saying that you'll make something happen. Or
Yeah.
maybe you're pushed into a decision based on some information you receive. So maybe you find out the price of something recently that just happened to me, actually.
The price of what? Mhm.
I was making a decision about a design that I was trying to decide for where I live, and I thought, "Oh, well, let me just find out the pricing of this type of floor. Maybe it's not too bad." When I got the email of the price, and then I said, "How much was
You're
the
like,
other one?" And then I said, "Okay, this one it is." So it was I was pushed into that decision based on the price. It was kind of a humorous
yeah.
way for me to say, "All right."
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Nothing forces you into a
Yeah.
more clarity than
Yeah.
learning price
Yeah.
differences.
Like, don't
It's like
forget about
real
what I
wood.
want, forget about what it looks like. There is no way
Right.
I'm spending that money.
Yeah. No, you're like, I would like beautiful, genuine wood floors
Yeah.
with a southern pine touch.
Yes.
Let's see what the price is on that. You find out the price and you say, okay, laminate
It
it
is.
is.
Right. So this is used in so many different ways, and we're going to give you a ton of examples so you can get the feel for it.
Yeah.
So another place that's used frequently is at restaurants.
Yes.
So for example, if you're my waitress and I say, "I'll have a water."
Water it is.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So that's a straightforward way. So that's in a sense, so there are different uses here, right? The
Yeah.
waiter or waitress is trying to appear agreeable,
Right.
kind of at your service in a sense, is what they're saying, right?
Right. So what's another example?
Yeah. So when someone makes a decision that you don't quite agree with, but you know you have to or should go with it, right? Okay.
Let's give an
So,
example.
for
Yeah.
example, Michelle, let's let's leave it 6 a.m.
Really? That early?
Yeah, we need to.
Okay, 6 it is.
Right. So in your voice, I could hear some, is it trepidation? Is that the word? A little
Ooh,
hesitation, a little hesitation. And you don't entirely agree that that's the right choice, but
right.
for whatever reason, you're going to go
Just
along with me, but
fine.
you're going to kind of show me that a little, it's not rude or anything. It's saying you're on board, but maybe you wouldn't have chosen that. Do you
Right.
agree?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
We'll
So you're
do
in
it.
so your intonation is different than how the waiter responded. The waiter didn't
Mhm.
say, "Water it is." No, she's
Mhm.
just gonna bring you a water, or he or she is gonna bring you a water. It's straightforward. But
Right.
here, you disagree
Okay,
a little bit.
6 it is. Right.
Mhm.
The main thing is, in my opinion, this is generally said in a sing-songy way, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not just said, 2 it is, water it is, 6 it
Yeah.
is. It's even
Right.
for all many different contexts. Okay, 6 it is, water it is. It's even if it has a slightly different tone, it's always bouncy is what I'll say.
Bouncy. It's
It's a
bouncy.
bouncy.
How to bounce your words
How
is
to
today's
bounce your words.
episode.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Fun. All right, good stuff. All right, Michelle, let's get into some more examples. Now that we know we're learning how to bounce our
We're
words, let's get
bouncing.
into it.
Okay, here we go.
Other examples. Here we go. So, hey, should we use brown rice or white rice?
Brown for sure.
Okay, brown it is. Right,
Okay,
bouncy. Love it. All right, I'm agreeing. I'm excited.
we're
I'm
bouncing.
showing that I've heard you, and that's what we're gonna do because it sort of elevates the other person in a way. What they've suggested.
Right,
It's
right.
almost like, yeah, you're saying I'm on board. I'm gonna take what you've decided,
Let's
and that's
do
what
it.
we're doing. All right.
Exactly. Or here's another one. I think this hotel is too expensive.
Okay, then the other one it is, right? I added a then, but we also could have just said, okay, the other one it is, right?
Right,
Both are
right.
fine.
And then this next example is kind of like my other one that I was saying. Here's another look
Right.
at it. Here we go. How much is the necklace?
$5,000. The earrings are 400.
Earrings it is.
Right. And so we can tell that you're a little price shocked, sticker shocked by those
Ah,
prices, right? Especially by the 5,000, more so by the $5,000. So
yes.
you move instead of the necklace, you're going to get the earrings, right? It becomes very obvious that you're going to get the earrings at that point.
Right, right. Do you ever go into a place and then you ask how something is and you have to pretend, "Oh, okay." And you have
Yeah.
to pretend not to be
Oh,
shocked
yes.
or
Mhm.
do you ever go into a store that you you don't know, you don't really know the price and then you just go in and you look at a tag and you walk right out?
Yes, for sure. And where should we shop today? You go into a fancier store, the price tag for a coat is $10,000. Okay,
Turn
JC Penney it
right,
is.
right, right. You
Yeah,
turn right back around.
there's an intonation there. There's a tone of humility in that response, right? In that context, right? You've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
you've been humbled by what you've just heard. Okay.
That's
That's
true, that's true, you've
yeah.
been humbled, yes.
Yes.
That's a good point, Lindsay, of a way that this is used. So, let's do this is, to me, the most common way to say this, but here's a couple other ways that could fit the specific not all of the context, necessarily, but the first one is, "Then that's what we'll do," or, "Then that's what we'll go with."
Right, sure, sure. That would work basically in the same way.
Mhm.
Or, if the earrings or the necklace, right? Okay, we're going with the earrings, right? They're $400 versus the $5,000 necklace. Okay,
Right.
right? But
Yes.
not quite as fun, not quite as succinct or concrete, or I don't know, it's a little bit concise when you say necklace, earrings it is, right? Or
Yeah.
something there
Right.
that I like.
It's fast. It's fast and there's a lot packed in behind in the subcontext, right?
There's a lot. Yes, I love that. How about a role play, Michelle? Shall we do it?
How about it? Let's do it. Okay. Here we are planning a party.
Okay. So white invitations or black?
Ugh, I hate white invitations.
Okay, black it is.
Thanks. And let's get balloons, not streamers.
Okay. We're going with balloons.
What do we do for appetizers? Pigs in a blanket or rice balls?
Oh, I love pigs in a blanket.
All right, well, then that's what we'll go with.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, that just reminded me the most common context for this, the cheaper thing it is wedding planning.
Yeah.
You can get some real sticker shock when you learn how
You
expensive
sh
certain things. We want white tablecloths. Ooh, okay, never mind. Then normal wood, no tablecloths it is. Right. Oh
Right,
boy.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So you can see we've talked about this in a lot of different contexts. Let's go over it again, and go through what we said. So the first thing was we're talking about the invitations. I said I hate white invitations. So I'm telling
Mhm.
you which one I want by telling you what I don't want.
Right. And so here I'm just in a straightforward way. Is my role a party planner here? Just a friend, kind
I
of.
think we're friends planning it together.
Got it. It also could be if I'm a professional party planner
Could
or
be.
something, you've hired me to
Could
plan
be.
this big party. I could also say this. Okay, black it is.
Right.
It's
Right.
just this is kind of more in the tone of the waiter waitress that is just going and agreeing, just doing the thing. Okay,
Maybe
we're
you're
gonna
going
take what
down a
you've said.
list. Yeah, maybe you're going like,
Yeah.
if you're the party planner, maybe you're going down a list. Okay, what
Right.
do you want for this? What do you want for that? Okay, black it is. Da da da.
Yeah.
It could be like that.
Yeah, I agree. And then I said, okay, we're going with balloons. So again, we provided this as another way to say basically the same thing, just a little more wordy, a little more
Yeah.
cumbersome.
Yeah.
Or I might say actually instead of we're going, I might say we'll go with. We'll
We'll
go with
go with
balloons.
that could be good
Yeah.
too. That could be
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're talking about appetizers. And I said, should we do pigs in a blanket or rice balls? And you said, oh, I love pigs in a blanket. So that's right, because you said that. You
Yep.
didn't say, "Oh, I want pigs in a blanket. We have to choose that." You just told me what you like, and I said, "Then that's what we'll go with."
Yeah, and there's that go with that we like so much. Love that. All right. So there are a few other ways to do it, but I really like this. It is
Yeah,
blank. It
me
is.
too.
Michelle, what are your final thoughts here for our
Final
listeners?
thoughts, lots of different contexts. This could be for agreeing with someone, just saying, "Okay, I heard you. We're that's what we'll do." It could
Hmm.
even be used in some examples like we showed. Okay, maybe I don't exactly agree, but here we go. And it can also be used when you're surprised about something, you're making a decision based on price.
Yeah, there are actually a lot of
Yeah.
ways that you could take, and it could mean a few different things.
Yeah.
But the first step, guys, is to try it, listen for it, and then try it out.
Yes.
That's how we find those connection moments. All right.
Mm,
All right,
all
Michelle.
right. Well,
Good stuff.
definitely listen out for this because I have a feeling you're going to hear it now that we brought it up.
I know, right? I'm sure our listeners will definitely hear it and then it'll become more natural and they'll be ready to start to use it. Good stuff. All right,
Definitely.
Michelle. I'll see you back on All Ears English very soon.
All right. Bye, Lindsay.